Hey, it's Greg again. Everybody's asking me about my pie crust recipe. So here it goes. I've got 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 3 cups of flour, and a cup of lard in here. You can use shortening. Lard works best. Then 7 tablespoons of ice cold water, and it needs to be ice cold. I don't know why it has to be cold, but it makes a big difference. Then if you need a little bit more, you can add some. And yeah, I'm kind of a messy cook sometimes, sorry. Mix it good. Lard makes your flaky crust. Or shortening's a lot healthier for you, so you want to be really healthy, don't eat pie. Making the sugar cream. My grandma taught me how to make pies probably when I was 10 or 12, somewhere around that. And I've been making pies for ever since, 40 years. And that's not wet enough, and that's with 7 tablespoons of ice water. I'm going to put another tablespoon in. Only do it one at a time. You don't want to overdo it. A lot of recipes on pie crust say wrap it in saran wrap, put it in the refrigerator overnight or 2 or 3 hours. I never do that. You don't need to do that. You don't have to have it cold. It doesn't make any difference. Yeah, but you do have to have the ice water. It has to be ice water to put it in there. It can't be just tap water. That's about the consistency you want. I still got a little bit of flour right there. So I'm gonna do not quite another tablespoon. So that ended up being 9 this time. I don't measure my flour and stuff perfect. If you do it perfectly and take your knife and scrape on the top, yeah, 7 tablespoons will probably be right. All right, there's what you want. All right, set that aside. Sugar cream pie. I've already got 1/4 teaspoon of salt in here. I got a 1/2 cup of flour and 1.5 cups of sugar. I've already mixed it. You need 3/4 cup of milk, and you need a cup of cream. And I use heavy whipping cream, and just pretty much just whisk it. And then I set that aside. And then roll out my pie crust. Then I mix it again on the sugar cream part. It gets the flour incorporated in with it. You definitely want to mix the flour, salt, and sugar all together first before you put in the liquid ingredients. That way you don't have lumpy flour in your pie. Put some flour on the counter. Take your dough with your hand and mix it up so you can get a dough ball. It's the best crust in the world, trust me. Like I said, my grandma taught me how to do this. This makes 4 pie crusts, so like 4 individual ones, or 2 bottoms and 2 tops for 2 pies. I'm just going to go ahead and divide it in half. It makes it a lot easier. Especially your first time doing this, you're better off using a big dough ball. That way you got extra, and it's just a lot easier for somebody that hasn't done this very much. Put some flour on it. And then rolling pin. Put some flour on the rolling pin. You can't have enough flour. More is good. That way it doesn't stick. And then I turn it quite a bit. Right now the oven's heating up 425. You're going to bake it at 425 for 15 minutes, and that gets your crust cooked. And then you're going to bake 350, I think it says, for 30 minutes. Yeah. So normally I don't use this much flour or this much dough, but so you guys get the hang of it. Pie pan, I don't use glass, I use metal or aluminum. Shove it in there, push it down, go around. You're getting your dough at the corner at the bottom right now is what I'm doing. If you break the dough, all you have to do is use ice water, and you can put your dough back together. And then take a knife and just cut it. You can use your dough again. Makes good cinnamon rolls too. Then, this is the trick for a pretty pie. I use these two fingers and these two fingers and go around. And this is something you just got to practice on. It'll take a while until you learn how to do this. I like the edges to look nice. And there's that. And then mix up your, I can feel the sugar and flour down at the bottom. Mix it up again. What didn't dissolve basically on the sugar. Pour in your pie pan or your pie shell. That recipe makes one pie. Sorry. And then to make it really look nice, I use butter. We don't cook with margarine. And just a dab here and dab there. This time I'm going to put 3 in. Sometimes I do 5. And nutmeg on top. And that's what it looks like. $4.25 for 15 minutes, and then $3.50 for 30 minutes. And you got to shake it and make sure it's set up. It might be 35 minutes at $3.50. Every pie's different. You'll learn as you do this. Good luck, and I'll show you a picture of the pie when I get done. Bye.